In this clip, we are going to work on the integration of the plane. I will create a first reading node and navigate to the course material folder, then to the CG folder, then to the plane_refl, and will import the reflection path here. I will create a second reading node, and in the course material folder again, inside CG, inside plane relight, I will import a kind of light path that the lighting department output for me to relight the plane due to the emission of the explosion. Now, both of these passes contain an alpha channel. So just to make sure I won't have any edge issues, I will unpermute them. I will unpermute my plane beauty as well, and before I forget, I will permute it back later, right here. Here I have all the space between my unpermute and my permute nodes to do any kind of operation I want. Let's go to a frame where we see pretty well our plane, let's say frame 35. So let's start by creating a merge node. I'll change the operation to plus and add the reflection path to my plane. Don't forget to select RGB only for the A input of your merge, as you don't want to double the alpha. As you can see here, my reflection is added, but the cool thing is that I don't have to pay attention to my holdout here, because it's masked here by the holdouts we generated with the deep passes. So we won't have any issues regarding that. Now I feel that my reflection could be increased a little bit. So let's create a gray node after this unpermute here and increase the gain to 2. Now let's duplicate the merge here and add the relight. This relight is here just to give us the feeling that the plane is reflecting some of the lights coming from the explosion. So right now this adds some white to it. Let's make this more orange by adding a new gray node. I will go inside the gains color wheel and draw this guy towards orange. This should be fine. Now the light is way too strong, so I will reduce the multiply value quite a lot, to around 0.1. This adds just a little bit. Maybe it's not the more accurate lighting, but it helps the integration and as well to detach a little bit the plane from the clouds. Now there is something else we need to do here. We need to make sure that the plane is part of the holdouts used by the explosion. Right now, our deep holdout is taking in consideration only the clouds. The plane needs as well to interact with the explosion. So up here, I will use a deep merge to combine the plane deep pass and the clouds deep pass. And this is the result of this deep merge that I will use to hold out the explosion. Right now it doesn't change that much, because anyway the plane is lost in the clouds at the beginning of the shot. But one more time, if the shot has to change, we will be ready for these changes. As we learned in the previous module, I should pre-comb this holdout here, just to optimize my workflow. The only reason I haven't done that yet is because I wasn't sure I was totally done with this explosion. Let's pretend I am done now. However, if you pre-comb this, don't forget to turn on the motion blur for this skyline render before. Here in the skyline render properties, under the multi-sample tab, let's use a value of 5 samples, which should be enough in our case. Okay, I will create a write node with the W key and save my file under my pre-comp folder in a new folder called explosion_prc. I will name the file the same with the pounds and the .exr. Don't forget to select the channels RGB and A for the render, and you are good to go. I will render this pre-comp and come back when it's done. My render is done. Let's play back the shot to see where we're at so far. Alright, it starts to be great. Now let's add a couple of 3D elements which will interact with the deep passes as well. In the next clip, we will integrate a particle system to our shot. So see you there.